Chris for IFL TV, MTK Global, and I'm here with Joe Egen. Welcome, Joe.
Hello, Chris. Thank you.
Joe, can you tell me a wee bit more about why you're over here in Dublin for Ireland's Last Man?
Well, Assassin Ireland and Red Corner, two great organisations, have invited me over. I was a former 7 times Irish boxing champion. I boxed for Ireland on a number of occasions, and they're running this tournament here, and I'm very proud and privileged to be invited over for this launch. So that's what has me here. I got invited, and I'm chuffed to bits to be here.
How big do you think this could be for Irish boxing and the Irish boxing scene in general?
I think it can be great. It's a great great style tournament, and it highlights young fighters. It gives them an opportunity to put the name on the map, and also fighters that are established that want to re-establish themselves. So sometimes fighters that have sort of got a little bit stale, it might give them a chance to reignite their careers. So I think it's a great tournament.
This Ireland Last Man Standing is taking the format of similar to a Prizefighter competition and tournament. Can you tell me a wee bit more about previous Irish fighters at Prizefighter tournaments?
Well, the first ever Prizefighter tournament that I had in the UK was actually won by an Irishman. It was won by Danny McAlinden, and then they didn't carry on with the format. They didn't, and Danny actually won with 3 knockouts. And then years and years later, the Hearn organisation, Eddie and Barry, they done the format again, and the first ever Prizefighter tournament, they done a heavyweight tournament, was actually won by another Irishman, Martin Rogan. And Martin Rogan, he won, I think, by 3 stoppages as well. He went on to win a British title, and a fantastic fighter, Martin. And since the success of that first one with Martin Rogan, they had a few more. There's been a few Irish fighters. Willie Bang Bang Casey, he won it. John O'Carroll won. So there's been a few Irish fighters have won Hearn's Prizefighters tournament. So Irish fighters around the world are renowned. We're known as a fighting race. You know, we're known as a good race of people, but we are a fighting race. We know how to box. And on the world stage, we've had some great world champions over the years. Dave Boy McCauley, Barry McGuigan, just to mention a couple. Steve Collins, to mention another one. You know, we've had some great warriors, and some of the guys that have boxed in the Prizefighter have gone on to fight for world titles. So maybe some of these guys that box in this Assassin tournament, they might go on to fight for world titles. Who knows? This will catapult them into the limelight.
Talking about world titles, basically 2 fighters was currently meant to fight in December is David Haye and Tony Bellew. David pulling out with a torn bicep muscle. What are your views upon that?
The first fight, I really enjoyed the first fight. I'm a big fan of both of them. I'm actually good friends with Tony. But David Haye's been plagued with injuries. He's suffered his whole career with injuries. I think he's had major surgery on 2 or 3 parts of his body, and it's a shame really, because when you're not 100%, this is the hardest sport in the world, and when you're not 100%, you can't give 100%. And it's a shame because the first fight he went in with an injury. He didn't let people know he went in with an injury, and he fought, because a lot of fighters, well, all fighters fight with their heart. You know, that's what a fighter's all about. And he fought that night with his heart. He shouldn't have gone in. Fair play to Tony, he won the fight. And I was looking forward to the rematch, to tell you the truth. But when it's not going to be on a level playing field, when a man's wounded and injured, he can't give his all. So it's good that it's postponed. And I'm looking forward to the rematch.
What avenues do you see Tony going down if he doesn't get the rematch once again happening in 2018? Do you think he will be fighting for world title at some stage in 2018?
Tony's the cruiserweight champion of the world anyway, right? And I actually was encouraging him. I sent him a text, go and unify the cruiserweight world title. America would love his fighting style. I'm a massive fan of his fighting style. You know, he's action-packed. There's not a second of the round that you're not excited with the man. I'd said to him, he's done the Rocky film. He's a big name now in America. I said, go to Las Vegas, put his name up in lights. Ricky Hatton did it with the Manchester fans. he brought them out there and he put his name up in lights. Tony Bellew can do it with the Liverpool fans. He's already done the Everton ground. He's already done the Echo Arena. You know, he's done the 2 landmarks in Liverpool for him. Now go out and do the boxing landmark, the world landmark, Las Vegas. Tony, put your name up in lights in Las Vegas. You know, unify the cruiserweight title. You can do it. You've still got a few good fights in you, pal.
In the heavyweight division, which you were yourself, can you see a good comeback for Tyson Fury? Would you like to see him back in the ring in 2018?
Oh.
And do you think he'll be as good as what he was?
I believe he can come back. I believe boxing needs him. Boxing is entertainment. You know, boxing is it's to me it's the greatest sport in the world. I'm biased, and I think Tyson Fury is a fantastic boxer. He's had a few problems over the years, and please God, he's got them problems all sorted out now. He's a lovely young man. He's a fantastic boxer, and boxing, heavyweight boxing in particular. When heavyweight boxing is booming, all the weights blossom. When you've got a great heavyweight champion of the world, armchair fans that might not necessarily be boxing fans, but they would know the heavyweight champion of the world. And when you've got a great heavyweight champion of the world, all the weights blossom. And I think Tyson Fury is a fantastic boxer. He's very charismatic, he's very entertaining, he's fast, and I still think he's got a lot of years left in him if he gets his mind right, because if you're not in the right frame of mind, don't box. And please God, he's going to be 100% and he'll make a good comeback. And the boxing organisations should treat him proper as well, because they stripped him of titles that they shouldn't have stripped him of.
Talking about a fan base, we've currently got a boxer on a reality TV show in Amir Khan in I'm a Celebrity in the jungle in Australia. What is your views upon Amir going into the jungle?
I think it's good. I think it's good for boxing, because boxing doesn't just need great fighters. And there's no doubting that Amir Khan is a great fighter. He's an Olympic silver medalist, world champion, professional world champion. And he's also a great ambassador for the sport. He's a lovely young man. I'm friends with Amir, I'm friends with his father Shah. And I think that it can only do boxing good, because people that are fans of his as a boxer are going to follow him anyway. But there's going to be an audience for that jungle program that wouldn't know him as a boxer, but they're going to warm to him as a person, because he's a very lovely young man. So they'll warm to him as a person, and then that will maybe make them watch boxing, and they might become fans of boxing. So boxing will only benefit from this. You know, you'll get a worldwide audience, and like I said, maybe people that wouldn't necessarily watch boxing might now take an interest in the sport. You know, there was talk at the time when Flintoff boxed. You know, he was front page news and back page news for his cricket, you know, achievements. And then he boxed, and he was front page and back page news for boxing, and he gave boxing a good boost. You know, now there's talk of Rio Ferdinand. Rio Ferdinand's been front page news for football and back page news for football. Now he's giving boxing a go, and he's going to get more boxing publicity, and that can only benefit boxing. And anything that can benefit boxing, that'll do me, because I love the sport and I love all the fighters.
Okay, Joe, thank you very much for talking to us.
My pleasure, an absolute pleasure.